United States in a must-win situation against Guadeloupe.
Dempsey fires it. Nice save. What a stop by Grandel. Altidore, the strike, and he scored it.
Great start from the United States.
The cross. Some way, somehow, it was missed by Dempsey. Welcome back, everyone, to Fox Soccer's coverage of the CONCACAF 2011 Gold Cup. Final day in this group stage. In the previous game in the group, it was Canada and Panama playing to a 1-1 draw. That gave Panama the group, and right now it's the U.S. that's playing and fighting for second place. They have a 1-0 lead at the half.
Well, much better performance for the United States, but still, it's 1-0. You created a lot of chances, struggled to put those chances away, and Guadeloupe having so much difficulty, giving the United States tons of opportunities and tons of space in the attacking half. But as this game goes on, the good performance gets diluted if the United States can't find a way to hit the net. Creating this many opportunities with the guys we've had in front of the goal, one of these guys need to put the ball away, start making this an easy match for them.
Let's go downstairs to Brian Dunseth.
Hey, thank you, JP. Had an opportunity to catch a few of the guys coming out of the U.S. locker room. They said they were pleased with the way they started the game, with the exception of the early chance for Guadeloupe. It's kind of a mix-up bang-bang play where the ball made its way all the way through the six. That deflection, they weren't happy, immediately responded. They were happy with the build-up, creating opportunities. But like Kyle just said, they've got to figure out a way to finish their chances and put Guadeloupe away for good. Guys?
Thank you, Dunny. Ready for the start of this second half. No changes for the United States or for Guadeloupe. Guadeloupe made the one change in that first half for an injured Loval. Collet replaced him. Second half has begun here on Fox Soccer. United States with a 1-goal lead thanks to Josie Altidore's first half tally. Remember, a winner or a draw, the U.S. advances as the second place team will face Jamaica Sunday at RFK. If they lose this game, they would be eliminated from the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Right side to Calfred. Looking, sending it into the box. Comes free. Donovan coming back for it. It's taken away by Nabob. Obrey. Left side. Moved ahead. Collet has some help. He's got Itois on that side with him. It's cleared out of play. What are you looking for here, Kyle, in the second half of the U.S.?
The same intensity they started the first half with. Don't let Guadeloupe regroup at halftime, come and go all over you and sit back in a defensive shell. The United States needs to continue doing what they did in the first half, moving the ball quickly, getting outside backs in the final third.
Gamiette is intercepted. Dempsey. Will this be cut off? Nice challenge there by Zuban. The U.S. will have the ball, throw in far side of the field. Ganegra and Goodson are the two central defenders in this game. It was Ream and Goodson in the previous couple. Altidore in that battle. It's taken over by Collet. Soprier on the run, bumped by Jones. And that's a foul on the U.S. Or no, it's going the other way. It's going against Guadeloupe, against Soprier. The U.S. will play it to Michael Bradley. Dempsey, what a year he had with Fulham, 12 goals. Most by an American ever in the EPL in one season, 33 goals. He is now Fulham's all-time leading scorer. Into space towards Altidore. That's a push outside the box. Free kick, U.S. And a golden opportunity to strike here at the start of the second half.
Great run from Altidore. This silly bump by Zubar. Altidore seeing he's there, knows the contact's coming. Zubar's got position. He's coming over and just gives him a bump. Good from Josie Altidore to expect that contact. Dangerous situation here, top of the 18.
This will be close to 22 yards away. It's Bradley, Donovan, and Dempsey in that discussion. Now Bradley will peel off and look for an advantageous spot in the box.
Landon's body position suggests he's going to curl us in far post.
lot of good targets there. On the whistle from Solis, floated up. Goodson was fine for it. So Ray and Jones, Jermaine Jones brings it down. Played all the way back to Cherundolo with his left foot. Kept alive by Jones. Guadeloupe looks to settle it deep in their own half. It's given away. Bradley, Dempsey, into the middle for Bradley. Nowhere to turn. He was doubled up. Nice play by Auvray. Collet flies down the left flank. The U.S. with a 1-goal lead. Josie Altidore scored it in the 9th minute from Michael Bradley. Josie's 12th international goal. Second of this Gold Cup. Racon, shouldered by Bocanegra, but he's got the ball back. Into the box it comes. A bit too far away. Cherundolo's under pressure. He just lets that go out because it's a goal kick. Tim Howard will put it back into play. 4th among USA goalkeepers in caps and shutouts. 3rd all-time in wins.
Here comes Guadeloupe, high pressuring on the goal kick. Wants Tim Howard to hit it long, challenge in the air, not letting the U.S. build out of the back.
Howard looks up for Wondolowski. Got his head to it, but it's Collet with the flick. Gamiette beating Jones. Help is coming. And that was behind Collet. USA will have a throw-in. Wondolowski played it back. Goodson. Jermaine Jones. Altidore has help there. It's Wondolowski down that right flank. That's not quite on the money. Wondolowski still fought for it. Almost got it back, but instead, well, now they're going to say, nope. It's just the referee was teasing. It's a goal kick. Looked like he was going to point to the corner flag. Grandel clears it for Guadeloupe. To Calfred, bringing it back. He'll hold it there. Switch by Guadeloupe. Deep it goes. Kept in. Collet against Cherundolo. Cross was blocked by Cherundolo. One more go at it for Collet. Donovan trying to angle over and deny that ball. Played across, but Howard is there. Both hands on it.
Great work from Cherundolo. Denying the first cross, giving him a terrible angle to hit that second one. Tim Howard, easy collect for him.
Another giveaway from Guadeloupe. It's Michael Bradley on the ball for Donovan. He was playing for second place in Group C. Trying to advance that way. Panama wins the group. Jamaica won Group B. Mexico dominating in Group A. Auvray. He'll get it back. He'll become more of the offense as Auvray. To Calfred. Auvray stopped his run. Easier play for Howard.
Poor execution in the final third there, but Guadeloupe getting a lot more space in transition. U.S. taking some risks, sending some players forward early in this half. Big gap between them, Michael Bradley and Jermaine Jones.
Ball was cleared away. Viator was back there. U.S. will have it. U.S. was credited with 12 shots, 5 shots on goal, and the 1 goal in that first half.
Yeah, they definitely should be up by more at this point, but it's a positive thing they're creating those chances.
For Bradley, for Donovan. Jermaine Jones. Racon tries to put on some pressure. Floated in for Altidore. He brought it down. Looking. Josie on the right foot. Using his strength. It's deflected wide. Well, that's how strong Josie Altidore is. 6'1", 175, and he's not even 22 years old yet.
What a great run. Ball gets played in perfect time. Look at his first touch. Uses his body as the ball bounces up. Cuts back. Uses his body again. Taking hits on the back from the defender. Gets the shot off to flex. But Josie Altidore, as you said, JP, showing his strength and ability in the final third right there.
Donovan with a corner. Right to the middle. Jones tried for it. All the way up came Lehigh, but he couldn't get to it. Now the chase back from Jones, trying to slow down to Countford. O'Bray into the middle. Sucrier. That time he was deeper than we've seen him. The Bob's pass. Lacombe.
This is what was happening in Panama. The midfielders were able to pick up the ball without any pressure on them. Right now in transition, the United States giving up a little too much space to Guadeloupe.
Nice ball from Zubar. A couple of step overs in the flank. The cross is a wild one. Collet will end up settling it against Chirumbolo. Back to O'Bray. Countford that was making the cross, and Howard is there. 32-year-old Tim Howard playing for Everton. A lot of MLS fans are hoping that at some point Tim will come back. Started his career with the Metro Stars. For Altidore. Now to Donovan. He stays on his feet. Donovan to the right. Chirumbolo, the looping ball in. Altidore and then Wondolowski. He's continuing to probe those open spaces, but coming up empty in terms of goals. A one-goal lead is what they have.
He's got to expect that. Good ball in from Chirumbolo. Misses a couple players. Dempsey lets it go by, and it surprises Wondolowski. He's got to be ready for that. Got to just expect there's a possibility the ball makes it through the crowd.
Stefan O'Bray, third consecutive Gold Cup for him. To the right, Naban. Up the middle, that's Chirumbolo bringing it down. Bocanegra. Picked up by Zubar. Etoile's pass. Goodson trying to break it up. Back to Etoile. Up the middle. Good teamwork there between Goodson and Lehigh. 57th minute. Tim Howard and the United States with a 1-0 lead over Guadeloupe. Howard launches that one upfield towards Altidore. It was Etoile who got it, but now it's right back for Donovan. 5 in the attack in the white of the U.S. Left side, Jones is in, across, and Donovan tipped it over. Another one that could have been the second goal.
Well, I would have lost my home because I would have bet my mortgage on the fact Landon Donovan puts this in the back of the net. Clint Dempsey, Landon Donovan, 2 sitters on the 6. Our 2 best goal scorers missing the frame. Landon just leaning back a little too much on that one.
Dempsey. Michael Bradley. Jones with a flick. Take it back. Somebody's tossed another soccer ball in the field. To Countford's pass, O'Bray. Guadeloupe will try that right side. That's denied by Lehigh for Jones. Towards Bradley, and it goes out of play. Win or draw, U.S. will advance as the second-place team that would face Jamaica on Sunday at RFK Stadium. Join us at 2:30 for the pregame here on Fox Soccer. That's on Sunday with a win or a draw. Here's Donovan. Wondolowski leads it left side. Dempsey brings it into the box. Made the spin move. Nowhere to go. Finds Bradley. Altidore. Ball back to Jones to keep possession. Straight up the middle for Dempsey. He got taken down. Free kick, U.S.
It's silly from Zubar. I've seen him do that time and time again, using his body, not slowing himself down when he gets to the play or knocking him over. But those chances keep coming for the United States. Landed on him on the last one. If he gets the sole of his foot on that, it rolls into the back of that net. He leans back and gets his instep on it, and it goes over. This is Clint Dempsey using his body at the top of the box again, drawing fouls. We saw what he did with the ball in the same area on the other side of the field in the first half.
You think he wants this one as well. Randell sets up the wall. It's Trundle and Dempsey. Trundle is deeper. This is Dempsey's. He'll strike it. Dempsey's shot at the crossbar. So close yet so far away.
What a great free kick this is. Watch this go up and down with pace. Grandal not even getting over to that side of the goal. Watch his view of it. Again, no attempt as it hits the bar. One of those opportunities where a goalkeeper says, yeah, I knew that was going over, but he didn't even get over the side. That was destined for the upper corner. That was an inch lower. Hit the crossbar and go in.
He's already scored. Against Canada, he scored at least one goal in every major tournament he's played in for the U.S. Couple of World Cups, 3 Gold Cups, and the Confederations Cup. And there's a change. Dimitri Fautre will come into the game, replacing Nabab. Second change for Guadeloupe.
JP, the tough part is as you get these chances, it can work on your mentality, work on your psyche. You're getting opportunities and you're not scoring. You get frustrated. It wears you down a little bit. And the United States need to make sure they get that second goal. You can't let this game go deeper and deeper because Guadeloupe gains in confidence the longer this game goes on without them putting chances away.
Socrier with a shot that's high and wide of Tim Howard. The U.S. will be putting it right back into play with Howard. Josie Altidore has the game's only goal, came in the 9th minute. Michael Bradley had the assist. We're enjoying this one on Fox Soccer, this magnificent Live Strong Park. Seats 18,467. Officially called a sellout before this game started. Guadeloupe. Apply pressure, it's deflected all the way back to Howard.
This isn't all that dissimilar from the lull in the Canada second half. The U.S. is up. Really just took their foot off the pedal a little bit, let Canada get back in the match, and you saw a couple opportunities where they could have tied it. This is when the United States needs to up the tempo, start moving the ball around, get guys in the attack, have that intensity, see the game out.
Recon with Bradley on the chase. A nice cutting ball through, but Howard saw it all the way. The newest player, Fautre, was the closest one to it. Carlos Bocanegra holds one of the changes for the U.S. He moved to central defense for this game tonight with Eric Lehigh stepping in. And Chris Wondolowski's the other change, starting in place of Juan Agudelo. Otherwise for the U.S., 9 similar starters for the previous couple of games. The Jones pass finds Cherundolo. Meantime, Alejandro Bedoya is up by the 4th official, so the U.S. is getting ready to make their first change.
That's what they need right now, an injection of energy. This tournament format can be very tiring. A lot of players out there have a ton of minutes on their legs, players that would have been rested if this game didn't matter. Going to bring on Bedoya, who was a huge spark off the bench last game.
Get some rest because their next game, assuming they win or draw, this is Sunday at RFK. Here's Bradley's ball ahead. Altidore. And then Wondolowski with him. Comes all the way back to goal. Bedoya waiting for the referee's permission to make his 2nd straight appearance in the Gold Cup. 63rd minute. U.S. leads by 1 on an Altidore goal. Teddy for Socrier. trying to shake free, intercepted. The Bradley pass. Bradley will get it back from Wondolowski. Wide open on the far side is Lehigh. Dempsey. He thought he was fouled by Obrey. Free, let's play continue. Socré tackled out. Good job by Jones. We're going to see the substitution now. Yes, we are. It's Wondolowski's number that is up for Bedoya.
Chris Wondolowski worked really hard. Had a decent first half. Couple opportunities, kept up the ball. Got turned, played positive, but forwards are always judged on scoring goals. And Chris Wondolowski had a couple opportunities in the first half he should have put away. So decent match, but definitely expect more from Chris Wondolowski because of the depth goal scorer he is in Major League Soccer.
So Bedoya comes in. We'll see how that changes things for the United States. See if Dempsey doesn't go closer to the top now.
Yeah, that's always the first move when you want an injection of offense. Take out a forward, bring Clint Dempsey up top, get him in those areas he's so dangerous in, and that looks like what they're going to do right now. Put Bedoya out on the left where he did so well last game.
Back towards the feet of Howard. 65th minute. The United States up by a goal. Win or a draw. They're the second place team in Group C that face Jamaica Sunday at RFK Stadium. Down that right side, Dempsey took one. Referee's coming over. Contact was by Viator, who's going to get a yellow. And the U.S. will have a free kick.
Clint Dempsey's been battling a lot. He's gotten into a lot of physical confrontations this match. Did well there to get to that ball first, drew the foul. This is near the area that Landon Donovan was able to find Clarence Goodson so many times in that second game.
USA's on-time leading goal scorer. Donovan curls this one in. It's knotted down. Was that handled? Well, some in the stadium thought it could have been. It was close, that's for sure, from this angle. It's a conference pass. Collet on the left. Running against Chirundle and Jones. Chirundle continues his fine night with some good one-on-one defending, and then finally he lost it. Ray tried to get free, and he lost it. It's going to be a goal kick for Tim Howard. We might see Obrey back here on Friday, right? If this ends their tournament, he doesn't have far to go. He's right here.
Well, I'm sure Kansas City is rooting for him, but I'm sure Sporting KC would like to see him back as soon as possible.
Howard. It's deflected back to Calfred. On the right. Looking, finding Fautre. And Lehigh. And he battled. It's knocked out by the U.S. U.S. has made just that one change. Bedoya for Wondolowski. Couple changes made by Guadeloupe. One they had to in the first half because of injury to Lomal. Obrey. Jones and Bradley combine. Lehigh back to goal.
Jones and Bradley covered a lot of ground, and their body language is a little languid right now running off the ball. You wonder if Maurice Edu is not an option to bring some fresh pair of legs into that center of the midfield. They overran Guadeloupe in the first half, but they struggled to get on the ball and pick their head up and hit those diagonal balls that they did a few times in the first half that really sprung the attack for the U.S.
It's a Lehigh throw in. Donovan almost got to that ball. Collet, bad way to give it up, bad place. It's Donovan looking. Donovan trying to create as he turns. That's Cherundolo. Back for Donovan. Inside, he had Dempsey. Now it falls to Bedoya. Save. That's Grandel pushing it wide.
A great ball in from Landon Donovan, facing the opposite way. Grandel is coming up time and time again with big saves.
U.S. has had more chances in this game, and we're only in the 69th minute, than the previous two games combined for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Total.
You know, part of that is Guadeloupe really not putting much together offensively, giving the ball back to the United States easily, and maybe lacking a little discipline defensively. But the United States getting in good positions, they have to put another one away. 1-0, just not good enough for how well they've been able to get in those dangerous positions all game long.
Gamiet. Left side, Collet. His left foot in his space, could be a dangerous ball, but the U.S. won that one. And the foul was called anyway. Flag is up for an offside. This Saturday, USL Pro on Fox Soccer, Orlando City versus the Wilmington Hammerhead, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can catch that game live here on Fox Soccer. 70th minute, the Goodson pass to Donovan. He gets knocked over by Gamiet. Give it a who-me look. The U.S. will have a restart. Cherundolo. Back and forth he went with Jones. Long towards Altidore, too far for him. The Grandel pass finds Itois. Collet with that pass. Deflected out. Throw in for Guadeloupe. Bradley's team up just by that single goal. They've had so much offense tonight. Grandel has stopped them. A couple of crossbars have stopped them. Some misses that were pretty good chances for the U.S. They stopped themselves in a couple of those. It's been a mixed bag of offense. And a terrific strike from Altidore from outside the box. That's the only goal. This one given right back to the U.S. Cherundolo.
You can see the back four for the United States. They get on the ball and they're putting their hands up, saying, why aren't players finding those lanes they were so much in the first half? Just 5 steps either way to open up, collect the ball.
It comes. And the U.S. runs out of room. Good hustle from Jermaine Jones. We're going to see the final sub soon for Guadeloupe. Gamiet was taken down by Donovan. Far side of the field, Fautre to Calfred. Over it. The Zubar pass. Stepping up, winning it, Cherundolo.
Come on, boys.
He was looking for Altidore. O'Ray covered a lot of ground there. Collet. He's got some good wheels. Donovan does too. Collet gets to the end line. Looks to cross it. Blocked out by Goodson. It's a corner for Guadeloupe. As they get ready to make their final sub, looks like Gautin, who will come on. And he will replace Racon.
Well, ever since the ball went out, Racon trying to take that playmaking spot. Didn't really find the game much. Wasn't able to create, bringing on the fresh legs. Gautin, see if he can't spark that attack.
Playing his second Gold Cup. Gautin had 1 goal in the 2009 Gold Cup tournament. Ready for the corner for Guadeloupe. 73rd minute. The U.S. leads by 1. Driven to the middle. Deflected out. Settled to Calfred. Launches it right at Howard, but it's wide. But he saw a little daylight.
Tim Howard's not happy about it. You've seen a dip in energy from the United States in the second half. Guadeloupe gaining in confidence, in the U.S. really just not putting the foot on the pedal like they did in the first half to create all those chances. They simply were first every second ball. Lots of movement off the ball. Haven't seen that a lot in the second half, and you have to wonder if there's some tired legs out there for some players that have racked up a lot of minutes.
Back to Grandel. With Donovan close. Played forward and then kicked away by Bocanegra. Missed the near by Bedoya. Tries to recover it. Instead, it's Guadeloupe. Run down the right side. Botre. It's fouled by Lehigh. Guadeloupe with possession right at the halfway line. Move to Itois. Itois open up there by Donovan for Goodson. Tough ball, but he recovered it well. Back for Donovan in the middle for Michael Bradley. He did well to keep it moving for Lehigh. For Altidore, he makes the run against Zubar. Good job by Altidore. Finding an open man, Bedoya makes the run. Slowed down by Dick Halfred. Altidore played it back. Another good ball for Dempsey. Jones, Bradley. Out wide for Lehigh. Nice move to get free. Advantage call. Tucked inside. Bedoya across. An easy tap in. No, it's knocked away. I take it back. Was it not easy?
It's getting comical now. That needs to be a goal. Clint Dempsey potentially trying to showboat a little bit and collect the ball and easily play it into the net. It was played a little bit behind him, so you'd have to see the replay, but I don't care. He looked casual. That needs to be a goal.
Michael Bradley with it. Ball ended up being stripped away by a defender from Guadeloupe, but I couldn't believe that wasn't knocked in.
Fans can't either. You can still hear them.
Bradley holding it. 76th minute, 1-0 U.S. lead. Bedoya. Bocanegra. Towards Altidore, up his chest. Josie fights, wins it. Down he goes. And where's the call? Oh, yellow. Yellow card for Zubar. So both central defenders have cards. But that foul was ruled outside the box.
A little handball there at first. Josie putting it in front of him, but definitely a foul. Zubar, I mean, his reputation already this game, he's not going to get that call for how often he wildly goes in. But this is that last chance. Beautiful ball in for Clint Dempsey. He's got to hit that first time. He wants to collect it. It's right to his left foot. Pass it in the net right there. Tries to collect it. He's trying to showboat. That's going slow, casual, and just easily passing it in the net. Great from Itois to get there and chase the play, but Clint Dempsey needs to put that away. No excuse.
Well, we've got Jermaine Jones coming out. Sasha Question was coming in, but that's not the number. It's Altidore. Jones is just coming out to get some liquid refreshment. And the hand is for Josie Altidore, who had a strong game tonight.
Did have a strong game. Great goal. Continually battled. Gotten good spots. It's good to see him improving game after game.
And now you don't really need Altidore up top. A little more possession might be helpful, and that's one of the reasons probably why Question is coming in. But Altidore is one of those guys in yellow card jeopardy as well, so you're helping your cause by getting him out of there. This free kick, will it be Donovan's? Gerard Little is behind him. As the wall is set up, it's about 20 yards away.
This is that tough distance where it's difficult to get it up and over the wall and back down in time.
It is Donovan. Low, it's blocked all the way back out. Jones will get there. There's another player on a yellow card. Michael Bradley has a yellow. 6 U.S. players at the start of the match in yellow card jeopardy. Another one to any of those players, and they would miss the quarterfinal, which would be Sunday against Jamaica, assuming this result or a draw would stand. Brian Dunseth, what do you have at field level?
Well, we're standing right in front of that chance for the United States, and to me it looked like Clint was more worried about controlling the pass. So many times we've seen in this tournament a quick ball played across and a first-time opportunity, just like we saw Landon a few seconds earlier. But for Clint, he started with that simple trap so he could get the ball in the back of the net. But you got to give credit to outside back Julian Ictoy. They always tell you defensively, never quit until that last second. Just when you thought U.S. was going to go up 2-0, Guadeloupe sticks back in it, still at 1-0.
Ictoy surely didn't give up. Here's a chance for the U.S. Another one. Add that to the list. So many chances. That's Bedoya.
Bedoya's been really bright coming on. He's been outstanding in the last 2 games that they've called upon him to come off the bench. Rises up, almost hits off his back going towards the net, but definitely been the great sub.
Back line. Jones with it. And that's going to be a little goal kick. The U.S. thinks otherwise.
Landon Donovan's got some choice words for the referee. Either that ball is lopsided or that deflected.
Guadeloupe bringing it down. Ictoy. Bradley's team trying to just get this result here. Advance. They'll play Jamaica. Very good opponent. Waltzing through this Gold Cup with 3 wins, winning Group B.
Yeah, that's the trouble. Is the United States have put themselves in a knockout scenario before the knockout round. That extra game of pressure has caused them to have to play a lot of their starters, and Jamaica didn't have to do it. Mexico didn't have to do it. And as this tournament goes on, that'll factor in.
Obrey plays it long. Plus, as you know, if you win the group, you're going to play a lesser opponent. So the U.S. could have been playing someone like Guatemala, and right now they're not as good a team as certainly Jamaica is. So Moise Adu on the sideline. We may see him become the final sub for the U.S. It's the U.S. with a throw-in. Cherundolo. Question. It's going the other way. Right in front of Bob Bradley. Switched over into the middle. Subov. Outside to Calfred for Guadeloupe. Guadeloupe have been competitive now in all 3 of their games in group play. Bradley takes it away from Sucrier. Donovan for Dempsey. Cherundolo just made a nice run down the right side, and now Dempsey spots him. Cherundolo gains the end line, the cross. Once again, the active Grandel is there. How about Bedoya? He's been all over the place since coming in.
Oh, he's been great. He really has. Bright, making the right runs, taking players on, but also Cherundolo. Unbelievable game for Cherundolo. 82nd minute, still overlapping 60-yard sprint to get on the end of that one.
To Calfred from Guadeloupe. In the middle for Obrey. Give it go. Question didn't get to him as he tried to cut it off. Cherundolo to Bradley, right at the middle. Good ball. That relieves a lot of the pressure to Dempsey. Bradley shrugging off that challenge, winning it over to Cherundolo. All the way across. Bocanegra. Goodson. Steve Cherundolo slowed down. Collet took it away. Flesh to try to help win it. Chirundolo continues on. It's Viator's pass. Gamiet towards to Calfred. Godoy gets over to try to angle him off. Kept though by Calfred. Socrier for Guadeloupe. Up the middle, Gotin. Give it up to Donovan. Here's Landon. Holding it, leading it, left side. The good run. Lehigh. Stripped of the ball. He fought to try to win it back. It's Guadeloupe on the ball with Gamiet.
This is dangerous for the United States. Big gap.
Maurice Edu is up by the fourth official. He will be the third U.S. sub. Chirundolo gets knocked down. I wonder where Chirundolo gets all of that energy. He's running like the game just started. And that's all he's done today is run up that sideline. Substitution is going to be made now. Michael Bradley, and that's to protect him with that yellow card. Maurice Edu comes in. So that's it in terms of the subs. What do you think of Michael's performance in the middle, especially with Jones?
They tired out a little bit. I think they had a solid first half. They were all over the field, broke up a lot of counterattacks, kept the ball, moved it from side to side. I think the minutes just got to him. He started to tire out. He maybe should have been taken out 10 minutes earlier. Put Edu on, let him, with his fresh legs, do a lot of the work in the middle there. But a decent night for Michael Bradley.
Done with the subs now for both. U.S. still has that 1-0 lead. Good enough to get them through to the quarterfinals against Jamaica on Sunday here on Fox. Win or a draw does that. A loss would eliminate them in the 2011 CONCACAF Gold Cup. What an upset that would be. Intended for Gamiet. U.S. will get it back. Everything but the goals here tonight. Chirundolo into the middle. Jones. Lehigh. 86th minute. U.S. looking to close it out. Nice run up the middle. Quick chance, it's blocked. Fighting for it. Knocked away to Edu. Lehigh did all the work there. Maurice Edu. The jersey stretched a little bit. Outside from Donovan. Did well to keep it in play. Back to Maurice Edu. He'll just keep possession back to Bocanegra. That's all the U.S. needs to do is keep the ball. Goodson. Chirundolo. Sasha Kleshton. But Dempsey knocked away. Here is Dempsey cutting. A chance. Dempsey put it up and over.
Another opportunity. And Clint Dempsey skies that one over. Does such a great job to free himself up. Perfect run. Nice little skill to cut it. Just leans back and sends that one into the top row.
We've just announced the attendance here, and it's beyond the sellout. It seats 18 plus. It's 20,109 here. So they're standing room only.
Amazing crowd.
Amazing crowd, amazing stadium. For Sporting Kansas City of Major League Soccer. And a lot of home games because they played the first 10 on the road this year. Collet into the box on a bounce. Socrier trying to bring it down. That's cleared. Bocanegra. Donovan. Dempsey. The run by. Question. Pass just a little bit to the outside. Question tried to win it from Collet and did well to knock it off of him.
That was a great run. Poor ball from Clint Dempsey. You can see that the execution, the sharpness in the final third's just been lacking.
Look at Chirundolo. Still. Went inside. Touched it last off Dempsey. Be a goal kick. Steve Trumbull was going to welcome a couple of days away from the game, I would think. Next game Sunday, if this result stands, at RFK. Dayton, Jamaica. pressing to get one. Collet. Ovray, back for Collet. Lost it there to Question. Dempsey with a look up. He has Donovan left. Jones is making a run to the right. Foul was called by Ovray. Ovray doesn't agree.
Clint picking up this ball, and not much of a foul, and actually off the ball. Landon Donovan and Clint Dempsey getting in a little bit, getting into it a little bit. Landon saying, get it off your feet, Clint, get it out to me. You know, and Clint's been one of our best players so far in this Gold Cup. Just looks to be tiring, and that miss maybe frustrated him a little bit.
Question. The cross is looking good towards Donovan. Question bringing it down again. His fresh legs help. Lehigh, a little bit of room. Goes to the outside. Gets the return from Bedoya. Question. Thought about it. Instead wanted to give and go to Donovan, but that one didn't work. Two played against each other so many times. Donovan with the Galaxy and Question with Chivas USA. Now, of course, Sasha's playing in Europe with Anderlecht in his second year. Finish that up. Question from Goodson, 90th minute. US with a 1-goal lead over Guadeloupe. Maurice Edu finding Bedoya. Into the middle for Question. Donovan. The idea was good, wasn't delivered. Brought down by Edu. To the outside, Bedoya and Lehigh. It's picked up by Lehigh. 2 minutes added on. Field intended for Rotan, and it's coming all the way back deep into the Guadeloupe end.
One positive for Bob Bradley's side is so far back four doing a good job of keeping Guadeloupe at bay. Bocanegra moving into that central position, short things up. You can see his confidence. And now Goodson, instead of being, maybe you could call it the veteran with Tim Ream out there, Goodson's following Bocanegra's example, and they've done pretty good tonight.
Gamiet ready to put it back into play. Not much left here in stoppage time. Solis tells Donovan to get back to 10 yards. Gamiet for Ovray, couldn't get to it. Jermaine Jones brought it down, stays with it, drew the foul. Oh, I thought he did. Yes, he did. Whistle is just hard to hear in this stadium tonight. Well, the U.S. just a kick or two away from finishing second here in Group C, as Solis says, look to the watch. Dixon knows time is running out in this group stage as he got it forward for Donovan. And it's still fighting for it, shoulder to shoulder, then some. No foul called the needed player. Donovan wins it. Nicks it for Question. End line in for Dempsey. He's going to be seeing these in his sleep if he sleeps.
Well, he's smiling now, saying, what do I have to do? Good ball from Donovan. Great overlapping run. Cuts this ball back. Question right to Dempsey. That's a difficult one to try to get turned. He wants to turn that on his left foot. As you see this come by, he wants to roll this on his left foot, shoot it far post, but has to adjust after the bad touch. Now it's going to be the last touch of the ball.
U.S. gets a win. They do what they have to do to advance. And they'll face the second-place team in Group B. That's Jamaica on Sunday at RFK Stadium. 2:30 starts the pregame show here on Fox Soccer. Bit of relief for Bob Bradley and his team. It's only a 1-0 win. You would have thought it would have been 3 or 4. Not before the game necessarily, but when you saw this game and how many chances they had.
Well, shutout's a positive. Creating all of these chances is definitely a positive. Rebounding after a poor game against Panama is a positive. The finishing was very poor tonight. And this was good enough for tonight. But this performance isn't good enough if you want to be a contender to lift the Gold Cup at the end of this. Mexico, Jamaica, they would have punished us with missing opportunities.
USA gets the win. They are on to the quarterfinals on Sunday at RFK. They'll take on...
All right, welcome back in, everybody, to the post-game show. Let's get you to the highlights. Great strike from Josie Altidore, just what the doctor ordered. It's his second goal of the Gold Cup. One might start arguing that this goalkeeper, Grandel, probably could have done better with that, but to no matter, the United States takes the lead. It was Josie Altidore once again. A little unlucky on this one. The deflection goes wide. It was certainly a night of near misses for the U.S., this being one of them. This one going right through the box. Landon Donovan unable to get that one on net. And all right, this was the free kick we saw in the first half. What would Clint Dempsey do with the second go around? The exact same thing with the exact same result. No goals for Clint Dempsey tonight. And all right, this is ugly. Children, look away. Just next time, hit it first time, and that stuff doesn't happen. Clint Dempsey having a long evening. He tried to laugh off some of these chances. We get later on in the game, and it was Bedoya with the header that just goes wide, and you had to get the feeling that the United States was just not going to get a second goal. Clint Dempsey right at the end. The opportunity goes wide, but to no avail. The United States, they'll take the victory. 1-0 is the final scoreline, and that means that they go on to the quarterfinals. Their next opponent will be Jamaica, Sunday, June 19th at 2:30 Eastern Time. It's your Gold Cup quarterfinals, and the United States has figured out a way to get themselves in a pretty good position. All right, we are all done for tonight. The United States qualifies for the quarterfinals. For everybody here at Fox Soccer, we thank you for watching tonight, and we will see you Sunday. The U.S., Jamaica, they're next.